Hi everyone, Nancy here with Cape Cod Like a Local. In today's video, we're going to talk about what it's like to really be a realtor. It's, we have the illusion it's all very glamorous and such a wonderful life. We drive wonderful cars and so forth. But don't let the workload elude you. It is quite intense. So I wanted to give you just the summary of what is required to become a realtor and your different options so that you have a well-rounded idea. If you're considering making a move to become a realtor, I hope that my information will help you. So the first part is that you need to have the class itself. It's about a 40-hour class. And you can pick any person that you wanted to teach the class. They have them online, and they also have them in the classroom. The 40 hours also includes your time to do the homework, and there is a little homework. So you've got to invest, a good couple of weeks to this subject. You certainly can try to do a full-time job with doing this, but you've got to allow the time. This is a very important exam. And then there's a studying time before you take the exam. And I put in about 22 hours, and I am not a person that studies for a very long time, but I felt really confident when it was time to take the test. The test is given in different locations, and there will be a fee involved in that as well. When you go online to schedule your test, it'll give you the value there. The test is taken. It takes about an hour and a half, I think, to take the test itself, and it's a pass or fail. If you happen to fail it, then you have to take it again and you pay another small fee this time to take the test again. So now you've passed the exam, and now what you have to do is associate yourself with a broker. A broker would be Keller Williams, William Ravis, Kinlan Grover, any type of agent like that or a broker like that. And you have to come under their umbrella, so that's how that works. And when you're picking a broker, do some research. Make sure that their culture fits yours. It's very important that you feel like you're joining a family. I know that that's the way I feel, and it's been so important to me. And it just makes a difference if you're in an environment that's really happy and healthy for you. So do your research. See maybe how many houses they've sold and what kind of an environment you want to be in. Office setting, not office setting, and so forth. Different details like that. Once you're associated with a broker, there's different commissions schedules, and your broker, you can certainly interview with many because now you're self-employed. So you can interview with as many brokers as you want. When you make the decision, that's when you start, when you actually have listings or sold properties, that's when you start earning your commission. If at all possible, try to have at least 6 to 9 months income put aside because you never know what's going to happen in the commission-based world. You are not paid any kind of stipend or anything like that. So you're paying for gas, you're paying for marketing, you're paying for all these other things, including your licenses. And you have to register with the MLS, which is the Multiple Listing Service. There's one for Cape and Islands, if you happen to be in Massachusetts. And then there's also a state one. So between the two of them, the dues are about $1,000 a year. So as you can see, you have to put out some money before you start making money. If you have a closing, you may have a closing this month, but may not have one for a couple of months. So that's where the monies come in. When you're talking to a broker, you want to find out their commission rates, of course, and make sure you really understand all of the nuances of the commissions and your pay. There's a capping fee, and those are fees that you have to pay the broker until you've reached a certain level each year. And so make sure you understand all the pieces and ask again if you don't. There's a couple of different ways that you can become an agent. You can be a single agent and you can take care of listings or selling properties as well as handling buyers and helping them buy their home. A lot of work if you're a single agent because what that means is you don't have any assistance. So if you're going to put an offer in, it's you doing all the paperwork. It's you dealing with the attorneys and the banks and the closings and all of that. So it can be very, very time consuming. Another alternative is to join a team. And what a team will do is usually it'll be the one person will do just the listings, another person will be a buyer specialist, that's myself, and then you have a transaction coordinator and a person that does the marketing. So it really helps you to hone in your skills and do exactly what you're really good at. If you love helping people, and I do, it is the most rewarding job you can ever have. There is nothing like the feeling that you've been searching for a home. The market is tough sometimes, but you learn all of that through your broker and through other people's experience. Maybe you get a mentor as well. It is the most wonderful, wonderful feeling when you've accomplished this for a client and they now live in a new home because you helped them. The feedback is just amazing and it just feels so good. A day in the life of a listing agent. So what they're going to do is your network and your database are the key to everything. So gather your friends, gather all those lists. Those are the most important people in your life. You constantly have to be in contact because if you're on top of mind, you most likely will be asked to help them to sell their home or to find a buyer and so forth. So the database, you're working that every day. I highly recommend that at a minimum, you try to take a day off, shut off your phone, and really just kind of, rest and re-energize yourself. So as a listing agent, you present a proposal for the client with your value. What do you bring to the table that's going to make you special? Now, they may be interviewing 3 or 4 other people, so you've really got to fine-tune those skills. And then if they accept your proposal, now you got to get it marketed. You've got to put it in the MLS systems that I talked about earlier and any other systems that required through your broker. You can also, I talk about a single agent, but there's also virtual assistants that can help you with a lot of these things too. Trying not to confuse all of this, but there is assistance. So being a single agent can be daunting, but it can be done also. So listing sign, you've got the signs up, you're ready to go. Now you have open houses, and then you help the owner make the best decision for them compared on what the offers are. So that could be a typical day. So you're constantly trying to find the new clients to get that next deal. And it feels pretty good when you've got 3 or 4 in the queue about to close, and then you know that you're good for 3 or 4 months for your salary. A typical day in the buyer's world, which is my world, is I have already set up all of my clients with searches that match their criteria. So every day those listings are sent to them automatically. But what will happen too is if something comes on today, especially in this market, I look at those listings every morning and see who I can match to what property. One of the strategies I try to use is to get in as soon as possible and get an offer in as soon as possible. So my clients are always looking for my extra emails that I send or a phone call. So you're constantly working with your database. That's also something that I always have to do is I have to try to network every day to get more buyers to help, as well as feeding our database, checking up on people, making sure that they're okay, and that they know you're always available whenever they need your service. So what will happen is a lot of times listings will come on a Wednesday. So I look at the listings and I set up a path for my clients for the weekend because most clients, that's the time that they can see them. So what you'll find is that sometimes on a weekend, you've got 4 or 5 people that need your assistance. So you kind of negotiate, and if it's an open house that they can go to on their own, or you have to show them houses, you just kind of, work your time that way. When an offer is ready to be put in, you put the offer in and then you wait, and hopefully they've got that. Then you also, now I'm on a team, so my team member is the transaction coordinator, and she does all the paperwork and all the conversations with the attorneys and the banks. Then I have another associate that does all the marketing. So you can see a team environment is totally different, and I can just focus on buyers and finding houses for them. Then I do the walkthrough just before the sale is finalized. If there's a home inspection, I do that as well. And that's all in between setting up new clients. Becoming a realtor is a very big decision. So I'm hoping that all that I have said today gives you kind of a guideline what it's going to be like. I didn't have all of this information when I came on board. Not that it would have changed my mind, but it would have helped me, I think, to know my path a little more clearly and what I really needed to do to get things going. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to call. I'm always available, and if you need any information from me, please do not hesitate to contact me. My information will be in the link below, and I really look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. I'd like to be a realtor. Start over. Okay, cut. I will put the information. Homes. No, forget that part. Do the listing. Blah, blah, blah. You set people up. You set your clients up. Okay.